Last season, the Premier League was about as exciting as watching paint dry. Seriously, I've seen more drama in a family WhatsApp group chat. But this new season? Oh, buddy, grab your popcorn because it's looking like a full-blown fudging war. Every team has reloaded. Every manager has a point to prove. And this might just be the hardest Premier League season we've ever seen. Let's get into the shiz.
Welcome to Inside Forward. I count on your like, and I count on you subscribing.
Last season was rough. The Premier League didn't live up to its reputation. Fans could feel it in their souls. Viewership dropped by a solid 10%, which is a lot of people saying, "Nah, I'm good. I'd rather reorganize my spice rack." Liverpool ran away with the title way too early. City looked like they'd forgotten how to score. And United were just painful. Chelsea didn't even act like they wanted to compete. And Tottenham? They finished 17th. 17th! That's one place above the drop zone. It was a mess. But this season, everything's different. The top teams have woken up. They fixed their issues, spent smartly, and they're coming back with some serious intent. This time, we might get that intense, neck-and-neck race we've all been missing. And it starts with the champions. So, Liverpool won the Premier League last season. But let's be real, it was mostly thanks to Mohamed Salah's superhuman efforts. The guy was practically carrying the team on his back, like a rucksack filled with goals. New gaffer, Arne Slot, wasn't fooled by the trophy. He saw the cracks. Darwin Núñez couldn't find form. Diogo Jota and losing Trent Alexander-Arnold to Real Madrid left a massive hole in the back line. So Slot got busy. He brought in Florian Wirtz, a midfielder who doesn't just create, he scores. He's the kind of guy who'll pop up with a goal when you least expect it, like a surprise bill from your internet provider. Then came Hugo Ekitike from Frankfurt, a proper goal threat to replace the goals Núñez couldn't provide. On the defensive side, he didn't try to replace Trent directly, which would be a fudging impossible task. Instead, he brought in a more aggressive right back and added a new fullback on the left to give them both defensive security and width. Liverpool aren't just defending their crown, they're coming back sharper, deeper, and a lot more balanced. It's strange even saying this, but Manchester City went trophyless last season. No Premier League, no Champions League, not even a domestic cup. Pep Guardiola looked like he'd seen a ghost. Or maybe just a team that wasn't playing his tiki-taka with perfect precision. The core of that all-conquering side was starting to fade. Kevin De Bruyne struggled with fitness, and Rodri was out injured. Without those guys, City lacked control, and their midfield was more of a suggestion than a command. But Pep doesn't just sit around and mope. This summer, he moved like a ninja in the transfer market. He brought in Ryan Cherki, a player with De Bruyne's vision and flair, but with younger legs and a lot less of a fear of getting injured. Tani Reinders came in to fill the Gundogan-sized hole in their midfield, offering composure and those late runs into the box. And with Rodri returning fully fit, their midfield is once again looking like a beautiful, intricate machine. They've also brought in new defenders to stop the kind of soft goals that cost them key matches last season. City may have fallen short, but they've responded like a team that knows how to win and isn't ready to give up their identity. You can't count them out, not even for a fudging second. Now, let's talk about Arsenal. For most of last season, they looked ready to go all the way, but they collapsed under pressure again. It was like they were running a marathon and then just decided to take a nap 100 meters from the finish line. A string of late draws, some frustrating missed chances, and key injuries at the wrong time opened the door, and Liverpool ran right through it. The fine margins that define champions slipped away from them again. But this summer, Mikel Arteta wasn't wasting time. He went straight for the problems. The biggest issue? They needed a clinical finisher, so they went out and signed Victor Gyökeres, a guy who isn't flashy but just gets the shiz done. He's here to finish the chances that used to go begging. They also added Noni Madueke to provide some proper backup for Saka, and brought in a young, aggressive defender in Mosca. What Arteta has done is build a squad that's not just good when fully fit, but good even when the pressure's on. They've got the depth now. Arsenal aren't just hopeful anymore. They're built for the long haul. And if they don't fall apart in the run-in this time, they might just go all the way. Chelsea might not have made much noise in the league last season, but they've been quietly building something under the radar. They had a strong run in the Conference League and, perhaps most importantly, they won the Club World Cup, beating PSG 3-0 in the final. That's a huge statement. The direction is finally clear, and the rebuild is starting to look serious. For 2 straight seasons, they struggled without a proper number 9 and a consistent left winger. But this time, they moved fast. They brought in Jamie Bino Gittins to solve the left wing issue, and then doubled down by signing Liam Delap, who offers a physical presence they've lacked since the days of Diego Costa. With these attacking additions and a stable backline, Chelsea finally have the tools to control games and finish them off. They're not perfect just yet, but they're a lot more dangerous than people realize. And if they can carry their European form into the league, they're going to be right back in the mix, possibly even ahead of schedule. Manchester United was simply not good enough last season. They finished a dismal 15th in the league, lost the Europa League final to Tottenham, and played some of the worst football we've seen from them in years. It was a complete mess. The team lacked identity, chemistry, and most importantly, quality. This season, though, it's clear they're trying to change that. The manager is on thin ice, and he knows it. This summer has been all about fixing the attack. They've brought in Matthias Cunha and Brian Mbeumo, 2 players who know the league and can score. Momo was an absolute monster for Brentford last season, scoring 7 more goals than his expected goals. Dex G would suggest he should have. That's a clinical touch United desperately need. It's not a full rebuild, but it's a start. The question is whether it's enough to stop the fudging downward spiral they've been on. Tottenham's 2024-25 season was a disaster. 17th place, 1 place above relegation. It was their worst league finish in decades, and the squad looked completely lost. No identity, no fight, no structure, but to their credit, they didn't just sit still and cry. They made bold changes. First and most importantly, they brought in Thomas Frank, a manager who made Brentford a nightmare for big teams. Now that he has a proper budget, expect big things. Then came the transfers. They didn't just tweak the squad, they overhauled it. The headline signing was Mohamed Kudus from West Ham. That's a game changer. He immediately upgrades their left side and brings goals and unpredictability. And let's not forget, they won the Europa League final against Manchester United with Brennan Johnson scoring the only goal of the game, which is a massive boost of confidence. For the first time in a while, there's a plan. And Tottenham suddenly look like a team that can push for the top 4, not just survive. But what do you think? Which teams will top the league this season? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more fudging good football content. Peace out.
Test your might. Alexander Isak. Erling Haaland. Mo Salah. Sub-Zero Cole Palmer. Florian Wirtz. Virgil van Dijk. Victor Gyökeres. Phil Foden.